Dear all, my name is Kolbjørn Borset, and I continue with our journey to learn more about heavens and all these things around heaven. And today I want to talk about the preparation to come back home to God or to heavens as maybe the biggest events that we all have in our lives. And therefore it is important to look at that, and so we understand and come to peace with it. That's one of the reasons for this. So think about everything that was in the past, that we sit back with regrets and anger and shame. And any of this, we can release it in forgiveness. Forgiveness we do for ourselves and not for anyone else. So you can say it's a very egoistic action, but you release yourself into forgiveness. Ask and go through your address book, God says, and if there are someone you have grudges and anger or whatever, forgive them. Yeah. Anything that is left to anyone on your address book, just forgive them. And that on one side, releasing the past, and then on the other side, come to terms with your fear, because the biggest fear you will have mostly is the fear of the unknown. And the fear of the unknown, the biggest of them, is the fear of what some call death, but the transition to heaven. And therefore, when you can release both these sides, the guilt and anger and all these things that has happened past, and then the fear of the future, then you come into the magic of the moment. And my task is to teach you about the fear of the future, because the more you know about the more you know about the future, when you go into heaven, the more assured you are and the more confident you are. I just had a friend that I sure knew when he was on this earth, but passed away in Corona. And I have talked to him also when he was going to heaven, and one of the last things he said to me, he was happy that I told him about how it is in heaven, because he felt more confident. So that's how it is. So when we clear the past in forgiveness, all this rubbish that we need to just get rid of, and then come to terms with the future that lay ahead. Then we can make the space for the moment. And in that space of the moment, being here and now, and not thinking about the past and worry about the future. Because if we can clear this space, I call this a leap into love, a leap into the moment, you can say, where you are just here and now. And then going towards this transition when we are into the moment makes everything so much better. Instead of thinking, oh, why didn't I clear this with this person? Why didn't I said that? Just do it. And the same, get knowledge about what happens in heavens. But God says we shouldn't know everything because we still need to have some surprises to keep us alert in heaven. Some wonders, like God said. So part of this is that the more we come to peace with everything, the less pain it is to go into the death or the transition period. The more, the easier it is. So the more peace, the easier you can just glide into the other dimension, God says. So, but when the pain comes, you need the pain. And now they give you morphine and all these things to make you very peaceful. But what the pain do when it comes is that it helps the body and the soul to separate, because the soul need to separate from the body, and that can do by raising its vibration to come to heaven easier. So pain help to raise vibrations, or so we can easier transfer to heaven. And like me, when God came and took over my body and sent electricity through my body, that raised my vibrations, and I could easier talk to God. And the same pain happens when a mother gives birth, and the pain helps the mother to raise her vibrations so she can correspond with the little baby coming out that is so much in the vibrations of the heavens. So that's how it works, God says. And another thing around this is that during our lifetime, we need to learn to let go many times. So letting go in a relationship and not hang on to something that we can often do, even if the other part say our relationship is over. So listen to that and accept it. Accept the changes we have in our lives. It's easy said, but not so easy to do, I know. But to accept the travel restrictions I had through this 1.5 years, I haven't seen my family, but to let go of expectation, to let go of the smaller things, because we need to train ourselves to come to the biggest letting go, and that is the transition to heaven. So I think that was the main thing I want to say about that, releasing the past in forgiveness and acknowledging the future through learning about how the transition and how heavens work, and then accepting the pain as one way to raise our vibrations, our frequencies to come, to release, and by doing that we release the body. And the same as a mother, she by the pain in the birth, she then can raise of a frequency or vibration to correspond and to meet a little baby that is in another frequency than the physical. They are still heavenly, influenced by the love and influenced by heavens. So they need to be met. The best way to meet them is to meet them on their same frequency. And that is the reason for the pain as well. So I thank you all for listening, and let us take a moment of silence and just breathe. Just be together.